Welcome to day one of our 5-day series. This retreat is going to be a little different than most of our regular classes because I'm actually inviting you into my personal practice. I have 5 days that I'm going to be spending in a mindfulness home retreat, and each day I am going to be bringing you the practice that I did the night before. So let's find that comfortable seated position, whatever that means for you. Let the shoulders relax, the eyes close, the spine nice and long. Be sitting in easy pose or a depth pose. And just notice where your breath is. Notice where your thoughts are. One last time, huge inhale in, let the belly fill up. Hold the breath at the top, engage Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor. You'll hear me talking about this a lot today. Tuck the chin, long through the spine, and then open the mouth and let it out. Inhale in for 3, 2, 1. Exhale out. 3, 2, 1. Inhale in. 3, 2, 1. Exhale out. 3, 2, 1. Continue this even breath to yourself. So, in easy pose or depth pose, easy pose, you have the ankle underneath. A depth pose, you have the shins right next to each other. We're going to interlace the hands behind the head. Try and get your pinky right in your occiput, right in that spot in your skull, and your thumb down in your cervical spine. And we're going to really open up the arms as much as we can. And we're going to inhale, open the heart. Exhale and bow. Inhale, open. Exhale, bow. Now move nice and slow here in the beginning. Moving with your own breath. Just starting to warm up. Maybe your bow is just a little small bow. But really focus on the heart opening. You want to open on the inhale, that feeling of vulnerability. That feeling of, oh, it's just not quite enough. Oh, do I have to push myself harder? Oh, am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? Whatever that feeling is, I want you to really inhale it in. And then exhale, inhale, and exhale. And let your exhales be this space of letting go, of ease. We're going to be here for a little while. So just keep following the inhales and exhales, noticing what's coming up. When you have the rhythm, close your eyes. Turn the gaze in and up. And continue on. We're going to be here for 3 minutes. So if it starts to feel like too much, then be kind to yourself. Go a little slower, maybe a little deeper. Take it easy. We're just waking up the spine really quickly here. Waking up all the way through the heart, waking up the cardiovascular system, waking up the whole nervous system. And just notice what that starts to do. Notice what thoughts start to come up. Going deeper into these feelings. Keep going. We've got a little ways to go. Another minute and a half. You can change the leg that's in front if you'd like. Notice if this little voice keeps coming in saying, I should be working harder. I should be doing more. Or the little voice that's saying, I should be doing less. Why do I push myself so hard? And see if you can just let those little inner monologues go on the exhale and come back to the simplicity of inhaling, exhaling, and bowing. So every bow is this chance to bow to that feeling, to surrender to that feeling, not trying to concretize or solidify, just letting go. Just 20 more seconds. Inhale, reach up. Open the heart, open the elbows, open the collarbones. Hold the breath, engage Mulaba on the whole pelvic floor. Try and tuck your chin, but open your heart. And then open the mouth, let it out. And just come seated quietly, palms up, palms down. And just notice how you feel. Notice any difference in your nervous system, any difference in your breath and your thoughts. And notice if that feeling, that dark, nasty feeling, notice if you can sit with it a little bit more. Take one more inhale and exhale. And we're going to find our way into some sun salutations. So I'll walk you through two of them, and then I encourage you to move with your own breath. Move at your own pace. Let's come to the top of our mats, feet hip distance apart, hands to heart center. Really feel that grounding. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, head all the way down to your toes. Inhale, halfway up, spine long. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping back to plank. Take an inhale in. Exhale down all the way to the earth. Untuck the toes. Press into the tops of the feet. Inhale up for cobra. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming up to the balls of the feet. Turn the gaze forward. Step. Float to the front of your mat. Exhale, down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Spine long. Exhale, releasing down, forward fold. Inhale, rolling up the spine or flat back. Bring the hands together, reach. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, all the way down. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping back. Take an inhale in and plank. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale through and up this time. Straighten the arms if you'd like. Upward dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming up to the balls of the feet. Turn the gaze forward. Step. Float to the front of the mat. Exhale down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and release. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. A few more. Pace of your own breath. We're grounding down here, moving back to a practice that's hopefully familiar to all of you. If it's not, jump and take my Morning Yoga 3.0 class. It'll show you a little more detail. Surya Namaskar. Just moving with your breath, getting into your body, your whole nervous system, feeling yourself warming up, following your own breath for just a few more minutes. Not fighting any of the thoughts or sensations that are coming up. Just noticing them and coming back to your breath. Noticing that feeling of never enough. Notice if it's still there. Notice where it is in the body. Just noticing. Coming back to our breath. Back to our simple Surya Namaskar. Let's do one more. Noticing where your whole nervous system is. Mind, body, heart, emotions, stiffness, soreness, openness. Let's all meet standing. Close the eyes, hands to heart center. Notice where you are, notice the sounds around you. And we're going to come seated. Nice, easy pose, grounding down. Make a little diamond with your hands, forehead down. And take a moment to surrender to whatever it is that you surrender. The present moment, the practice, your community, your loved ones. And then come up. Either hands at heart center or in Gyan Mudra. I'm going to jump right in to 3 minutes of breath of fire. Pumping the breath, you can start with the mouth open, panting like a dog. Once you feel that belly start to dance, close the mouth. Closing the eyes, gaze turn in and up, slightly engaging Mulaban, the pelvic floor, keeping the chin tucked long through the back of the neck. Starting to utilize some of this underlying energy of this anxious feeling of not being enough, of not doing enough. Feel the underlying energy of those so-called negative emotions. If you're on your menstrual cycle or you're pregnant, just long, deep breaths. Or if you start to feel yourself really lightheaded, long, deep breaths. Stay in it. We got a little ways to go. Notice if you fall out of the pattern, take a nice deep breath, come back in when you're ready, still long through the spine, hands at the heart, Gyan Mudra. Just a little bit longer, stay with it, 30 more seconds. Take a huge inhale in, hold the breath at the top. Engage Mulaban, tuck the chin long through the back of the spine. And open the mouth, let it out. Bring your hands down to your shins. Inhale, shine the heart up. Try and keep your chin parallel to the earth. Exhale, send the spine all the way back. Starting to get into the hips. Really feeling that move through the lumbar spine. Inhale all the way forward. Exhale, heading all the way back. Moving with your breath. Feeling the warmth that we're generating. Utilizing the energy underneath any of those feelings of anxiety, that feeling of when will it be enough? When will I have done enough practices and then I'll never have to practice again? And of course that doesn't exist. And we just keep moving. Moving with the breath. Embracing and letting go with every exhale. Embrace with the inhale, let go with the exhale. Bring the hands up to your knees, keep going. Let it move a little more into your chest. Deep inhale in. Spine nice and long, hold the breath at the top. And open the mouth, let it out. And we're going to come into a forward fold. Slowly find your way up. Feet hip distance apart. Knees with a little bit of a bend, clasp opposite elbows, and let's just release down for a moment. So we're practicing this ability to activate and then completely relax. There's this wonderful line in the Tao that says, in order to let go of something, we must first exacerbate it or increase it so that way we can release it. And that's a lot of what asana is. We're purposefully exacerbating the issues that are happening, the neuroses. Breathing it in, and then on the exhale, the loving kindness, the compassion. So let's straighten the legs as much as we can. And we're going to inhale, reach the arms straight out, pull the feet in toward each other, hold the breath at the top for a count of 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, releasing down. Inhale, halfway up, reach the fingers long through the spine, pull the feet in toward each other for 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling down. We have one more time. This last time, I'm going to really try to hold your breath for the whole time. Engage Mula Bandha. Keep the chin tucked. Lengthen through the spine. One last time. Inhale in. Reach. Engage. Mula Bandha. Reach through the fingers. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release and relax. Bend in the knees. Relaxing the whole torso, nice and heavy. And then slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time. Head's the last thing to come up. Bring the hands to heart center, grounding down. Start to shift the weight over to the right foot. Bring those left toes up. We're just going to come into a simple tree variation. Find that drishti. Find your focal point. Find those long inhales and long exhales. And in this tree pose, I want you to just let your mind go wherever it's going to go. If the thoughts come in, just watch them like they're the wind that's blowing through your leaves, little whispers. But continue to feel your foot rooting down, feeling yourself like that tree, swaying in the wind of your own thoughts, your own emotions, your own life, your own experience. And every thought that comes in just blows through your leaves. And slowly release that left foot down. Transfer the weight over to the left foot. Bring the right toes up. Find that focal point. Long, deep breaths here. Really grounding down. These balancing poses are incredibly grounding. And we ground down so that then we can shoot off farther and farther. It's this practice of infinitely inward, infinitely outward. A few more deep breaths. And gently release that side. All right, feet hip distance apart, and we're going to bend down into our knees. Now this next little pose, I have a couple of curse words written down, and so that tells me to really take it easy, be very kind, be very mindful, and be very mindful especially of your back. So here is the motion. We're going to be in chair pose. I'm going to inhale, reach the arms up, try and find that little bit of an arch in the upper back, and then exhaling down, hands come up and over, legs straighten as much as is comfortable, and then inhale right back up, chair pose. And then exhale, heading down. The feet are nice and wide, so that way we have that movement in the torso. So here we go. 3 minutes. Inhale it up. Exhale down. Get a nice little swing going. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Reach. Exhale, release. Inhale it up like you're grabbing onto something. Exhale and throwing it. Inhale, grabbing onto any of those motions. Exhale, throw them over your head. Inhale and exhale. Keep going. I'm going to be here for a little while. If you start to get a little lightheaded, be sure to take breaks. Be sure to slow down. Listen to your own body. You're the best teacher you will ever have. You will know yourself better than anyone else ever will. You really get the rhythm going. Close the eyes. Stay with your breath. Last couple of seconds. Reinvigorate the pose. On your next inhale, inhale into chair. Hold the breath at the top, engage Mula Bandha, tuck the chin. And exhale, straighten the legs, hands to heart center. Woo. Grounding down. Nice deep breaths. Feeling all that pulsating energy through the body. Feeling the nervous system alive. Firing all the way to your fingertips as they press in toward each other. Slowly come seated. Grounding down. And we're going to come into a lunge on the right side. Left foot back, right foot forward. If you have something that you would like to pop under your knee, we're going to be here for a little while, moving through the hamstrings, root chakra to really root us back down and ground us back down. We're going to inhale forward, shining the heart up. Exhale, heading back, flexing the toes, crown of the head down. I'm going to be here for 2 minutes on each side, so really take your time. Inhaling all the way forward, exhaling all the way back. And noticing all those little spots where the hip gets caught, where the breath gets caught. Notice where the thoughts go, notice where the focus is. And keep coming back to the breath, the long inhales, long exhales, the sensations in the hip and hamstrings. Moving with your own breath. Suggest going a little slower on this one so you can really feel all the details. All those little spots that we usually skip over because they're so uncomfortable. And let's spend a little time breathing into them. 1 minute to go. Next time that you find yourself forward, inhale in, hold the breath, engage Mulabandha, and exhale to the inside of that front foot, either staying on the hands, coming down to the elbows. Take a nice release in that right hip. You can let it fall out to the side, really flex those right toes. And breathe nice and deep. Just as much effort as we put in to growing and changing, put that much effort into releasing, relaxing, and surrendering. And coming up to the hands, tuck the left toes, bring the left foot up to meet the right, nice forward fold, and then send the right foot back. Right knee down, untuck the toes, inhale in, press down with the top of that right foot, shine the heart up, shoulders back. And exhale back, straighten the left leg, crown of the head long, flex the left toes, inhale all the way forward. Exhale, moving through that hip, move with your breath. We got 2 minutes on this side. Notice where your thoughts go. Notice your focus. Getting into each and every one of those uncomfortable places in the hip and hamstring. Sending it a little deeper breath, a little extra time and space to heal and grow. Notice any of those thoughts or feelings of needing to do more, needing to try harder, being somewhere else than where you are right now. Start exactly where you are. Maybe you just have a nice, easy, small movement as you move with your breath, gently getting into the hips. Maybe it's a long, luxurious opening. Listen to your own body. Listen to your own breath. A little longer. Find your rhythm. Last few seconds. And the next time you find yourself forward, take a nice deep inhale in. Open the heart, engage Mulabandha, hold the breath at the top. And exhale inside of that foot. Down to your elbows. Let that left knee fall out. Same deep breaths. Same mindfulness. Awareness of the hip and body. Keeping the forearms down on the earth. We're going to interlace the fingers except for the pinky and ring. If you can, just step that left foot right back. We're going to tuck the toes and come into forearm plank. We're heading in to an inversion. We're heading into headstand. 3 minutes if you can. But again, be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. So let's come up first into dolphin. Maybe this is where we stay, just sinking the heart, sinking the heels, trying to get the sits bones a little higher. Maybe just starting to place the crown of the head down on the earth. If at any point this becomes too much, just place the knees down and come into child's pose. 3 minutes is a long time. So just honor where you are. Maybe we just place the crown of the head down and we work our feet a little closer, and 1 foot at a time, we reach it up toward the sky. Got 2 more minutes. All the way up in headstand if that's in your practice. Find your breath. If at any point it's too much, spend the rest of the time in child's pose and join us whenever you can. Feel all that energy that we just cultivated pouring down your back like water off of a duck's back, out the crown of your head, down into the earth. About 1 more minute. slowly, gently start to find your way back to child's pose, knees nice and wide. Forehead to the earth, fingertips reach. Let your whole system ground down. Reset. Release. We find our way up through tabletop. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Bring that right foot forward, place the back heel down. I'm going to bring the right hand to the inside of the right foot. Reach the left fingers up. Now you can reach the left hand behind your back, right hand under for a bind if you'd like. Nice little opening twist for those hips. Ground all that energy that we just let spill into our head, back down to the base of our spine. Deep breaths. And right hand down, left fingers up. Start to straighten that right leg. Come up to those right fingertips if you need to. Or bring the right hand to your shin. Nice, easy Trikonasana, triangle pose. Deep breaths. Notice your thoughts. Notice your focus. Notice where you are. And place both hands down. Send that right foot back to meet the left. Take an inhale in. Exhale down, Chaturanga. Inhale through and up. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Bring that left foot forward. Left hand to the inside of the left foot. Back heel down. Reach the right fingers up. Staying here. Bind if it's in your practice. Feeling that opening up through the whole lateral side of the right leg, the feet pulling in toward each other, opening up through the whole base of the spine, but at the same time feeling the grounding, that activity down through the toes, through the feet. Deep breaths. And left hand down, right hand reaches straight up, straighten that left leg. Come up to those fingertips if you need to, hand to the shin. Long through the spine, still pulling the feet toward each other. And breathe. And both hands down. Send that left foot back to meet the right. Down through one more vinyasa. And downward dog. Just a few breaths in our downward dog. Feel the difference in the nervous system, mind, body, heart. And let's find our way to seated. Start to allow the nervous system to calm, the breath to calm. And we're going to do 3 long bumblebee breath type ohms. So bumblebee breath is just a hum. It's just a hmm. And if you'd like, you can plug your ears and cover your eyes, and you can really hear the vibration. And we're going to do it 3 times for as long as we can. So take a deep inhale in. Easy exhale out. Huge inhale in to begin. Let the whole belly fill up. Make sure all the breath gets pressed out. Try and hold the breath empty. And then inhale in deeply. All the way out. Hold the breath empty. Inhale one last time like you're going to vibrate out any of the little spots that are still stuck. Hold empty if you can. Engage Mulabandha, tuck the chin, and inhale and release. All right, so we are about to go into a 10-minute forward fold. So if you haven't been doing a lot of forward folds and your hamstrings feel like they can't handle it, you can just jump right into a nice Shavasana. But if you're game, we're going to start by breathing ourselves into a nice long forward fold. And in my notes, I say, yes, you will feel like you are dying. So take that as fair warning that this is rather intense. So please be careful. Please honor yourself. Please have compassion for yourself. For those of you that are game, spine nice and long. Grab the shins, ankles, toes, whatever you can. We're going to start by inhaling, shine the heart up. Exhaling down. Pull with your hands long through the spine. Inhale up. Exhale down. Moving with your breath at your own pace. Maybe it's nice and slow. Maybe you want to get it a little faster. I'm going to be here for just a few minutes until you feel ready. And we'll extend all the way out and release into a forward fold. Make sure you're not rounding too much in the low back. The spine stays long. When you find your rhythm, close your eyes. When that whole life nerve feels active, that whole group of fascia that runs from our toes, the bottoms of our feet, backs of our legs, through our glutes, all the way through our spine, through the crown of our head, when it feels warm and open, then start to slow down. And as you feel ready, don't let me rush you. Start to release out into a forward fold, releasing the hands, release the toes. It's alright if the knees bend a little bit, but try to keep the round out of the low back, stay long through the spine. And then if the low back is long, then you can start to release the head. And just allow yourself to be here. Taking long, deep breaths. We're here for quite some time. So allow yourself to feel how incredibly uncomfortable this is. Don't try to suppress the feelings or move away from them, but see what happens if you sit with them and allow them to wake you up, to bring you back to your breath. Breathing deep. If you can, inhale for 8, exhale for 8. Or if you're feeling really ambitious, inhale for 12, exhale for 12. After a while, the nervous system might start telling you, I would like to not be here anymore. Just keep breathing. Allowing this to be your new reality. Your feet now exist over your head. Congratulations. This is now the world that you live in. I'm not sure if I should tell you how much longer we have. I don't know if it will make you more sad or more excited. But at least know that we're over halfway there. Just keep breathing. And bring back up that feeling of never enough. That need to constantly push ourselves to be other than where we are, to be more flexible, to be more strong, to be more at peace in this incredibly uncomfortable position. And just sit and breathe in that uncomfortable feeling. And see if with every exhale you can surrender just a little bit more. Notice the focus, the thoughts. Are you still taking those long, deep, uncomfortable breaths? But not pushing yourself beyond, not pushing yourself to where it hurts. Being compassionate, being kind, backing out when you need to. Loving kindness. Noticing all your thoughts, noticing everything that's happening around you, the air that you're breathing, the sounds around you, the smells. Noticing all the different ways that your mind is trying to run from this situation right now. How much longer is this going to be? If I stay in this any longer, my legs are going to fall off. Or maybe it's, if I stay in this any longer, I'll die. And just notice how the mind comes up with all these reasons to be somewhere other than where you are. Allowing ourselves to sit right where we are, right in those uncomfortable feelings, right down in the middle of it. Just breathing, just allowing, just being. We're almost there. We're so close, I promise. Stick with it. And then so incredibly slowly, your hands on your ankles, nice rounding all the way up, one vertebra at a time. And then we'll head straight back into a nice, long, luxurious, easy Shavasana. Allowing your whole body to melt into the earth, feeling all of that work that we did through the entire spine, the whole nervous system. Giving yourself this time to completely release and relax. Surrendering, but at the same time, staying with yourself. So for the next 6 minutes, I want you to count your breath. Every inhale, every exhale. See how many breaths are in 6 minutes for you. Begin to notice if you're still counting your breath, or if your mind has wandered off somewhere. Just notice, just noticing our tendencies. Do we tend to obsess and always have to do it right, or do we tend to allow our body to be here and our mind is 2,000 miles away? Just noticing. And then coming back into our body, moving the fingers and toes, coming to a seated position, spine nice and long. And take a deep inhale in. Open the mouth, let it out. Huge inhale in for 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly. 3, 2, 1. Hold empty. 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold empty. 4, 3, 2, 1. Huge inhale in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold empty. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Huge inhale in. Hold at the top. Exhale slowly. Hold empty. Inhale in. Hold at the top. Exhale slowly. Hold empty.